Hello our beloved viewers, it's 9 p.m. You're watching on live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. Arta region. The Ministry of Women, UNFD organization of a gender studies popularization workshop. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. Welcome. On the second leg of the visit to Arta, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margeli, went to the Merjok district yesterday, where he was received by hundreds of residents of the region, notables, women and youth. At the beginning of this meeting, His Excellency the President of the Republic, Ismail Margeli, spoke about the goals of this visit, which falls within the framework of his exploration tour of the condition of the population in the interior region.
dalka horumarsho aabo nabada dahabkan helay aabo dunida nagu aamintay dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo dalka horumarsho aabo nabada dahabkan helay aabo dunida nagu aamintay dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo adaan daalinino degmadayada noo dhiso mashaariic kala dardaran aqoonoo dilaaciye dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo degmadayada noo dhiso mashaariic kala dardaran aqoonoo dilaaciye dameerjo ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo abageelow ku soo dhawo dameerjo ku soo dhawo shirkadahani xooliyo shirkadahani deeqda sida khayraadka dabiiciga badeena diyaarisiyo.
The President of the Republic visit one by one the different stands present in the ceremony, where small and medium enterprises of the locality could enjoy presenting the product. Let's listen for more details. Dini Musa.
Arkaaga lagu gamaa, hoygaaga lagu dhergaa. Arkaaga lagu gamaa, hoygaaga lagu dhergaa. Areeraha holocayo halaaga dagaaladiyo areeraha holocayo halaaga dagaaladiyo araadkiyo gaajada laga soo hoos galaa.
The President of the Republic made a tour of the agricultural productions of the locality. Cooperatives from the Atar, Demerjog, and Duda were able to make a brief presentation to the President of the Republic on the imperatives of the environment and their structures. The President congratulated the agro-pastoral women for their role in the development of the country, and particularly for the animal and vegetable productions, with a view to achieving food and nutritional security. He particularly stressed the importance of strengthening local technical capacities through close and continuous supervision of agro-pastoralists. He encouraged women to better understand the objectives of the agro-pastoral development projects underway in the Demerjog sector. He also suggested that the agricultural cooperatives of the region should then flood and capitals market with fishery products of all kinds or agro-pastoral products. The President of the Republic also visited the stand of the Jiba Seafood Company, where a representative of the company explained the latest developments. A factory specialized in the exploitation, the treatment, the conditioning of the seafood to market its products as well as inside as outside of our country. About 100 young Djiboutians, some of whom are from the locality, are currently working in this factory.
afrikii ma haysato ninkii hadlayaa waxay iska hadlee talada weligaa baxay
After the warm welcome of the population of the Merjouk, who came from all the localities of the sub-prefecture of Arta region, which is the Merjouk, to welcome the head of state, who with this morning is carrying out the last stage of proximity tours to the citizens of schedules for this month of February. The number one of the Republic of Djibouti thanked his fellow countrymen and countryside citizens of the Merjouk for the welcome and interest that he brings to this meeting. He then recalled that the Merjouk region has enormous asset and development potential, and that since independence of us participate fully in the socio-economic development of the country. The President of the Republic indicated that this meeting for this morning is open session where the participant will be able in the turn to express themselves and present their grievances and requests without time constraint. The head of the state finally indicated that it is, first of all, the inhabitants of this sub-prefecture of the Merjouk region who will be able to help the development of the Merjouk. During the discussion, one of the inhabitants of the district, the Merjouk, discussed the achievement that have been achieved thanks to the President of the Republic. In a question to a resident of the Merjouk district, he first started with the project undertaken by His Excellency the President of the Republic and the project that are under construction and implementation. He said, firstly, we welcome the President of the Republic and the accompanying delegation with a wide and open heart. Our village was suffering from darkness due to the lack of electricity, and now thanks to the solar energy that the government has provided us with every home and place that is bright. His Excellency the President of the Republic also built for us an electric train station and do the factory for producing milk and other useful projects such as the bridges that crosses the worm of this population, where woman walks and see a valley from this valley, and livestock exports a station. He said that this area does not have station armed forces. His Excellency the President of the Republic indicated to answer this question that the government will make every effort to complete the remaining project and respond to the question of the resident of this area in order to obtain their rights as soon as possible. In a question for one of the youth in this regard, he paid prices of at the beginning of his question about the initiative of the President of the Republic in the report of the empowering youth in the file of creating jobs, opportunities, and establishing small and medium enterprises, as well as reaching young people to self-sufficiency in their daily lives and benefiting from the project. This program has contributed to the promotion and development of the level of education of young people living in this region and in all associations working in this area. and that this project has supported 25 of youth business activities in Duda and the Merjok district. He said, we ask that such project be repeated in this area as the other region benefit. His Excellency the President of the Republic replied that this project requires young people to redouble effort to take full advantage of it, and the Minister of Social Affairs, Ms. Muna Usman Aden, may help you to continue this program, because young people have completed this program on their part, so we have to increase their benefit to them again and again. One of the youth of the Merjok district continued to present the demands of residing of this area, the Merjok, saying that the middle schools that was shown is in this area needs to be repaired and to be built and to build a wall for it in order to become and integrate middle schools, and we also need a special secondary school for this area. While answering this question, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, pledged to meet all the needs that the resident and youth of this area are demanding as soon as possible. On the other hand, one of the women living in the Merjok area touched a struggle that Djiboutian militants wakes to obtain independence, the condition that this historical area witness and a great difference between the situation in these times and the current times. So where she said, we enjoy completely the freedom and complete major project. His Excellency the President of the Republic answers sufficiently to meet the needs of these women, as he pledged to build special housing for women and youth in order to benefit from the project present to them. And on the second part of the discussion, one of the people of the Merjok district discussed the achievement made thanks to the President of the Republic. Among these achievements is providing the district with solar energy, and that this area enjoy lighting today. He asked the President of the Republic to provide more job opportunities for these people of the district and the people of, and said that the rest of many things must be achieved by the President of the Republic, including ports. The President of the Republic answered to this question, saying that there are projects realized and projects under construction and the future project. The President of the Republic said that the man highlighted the complete project and the projects that are under construction. Of course, there are future projects that are still remaining. One of the youth of the district asked a question related to provide job opportunities for the youth, and said that the President of the Republic commissioned the Djibouti Agency for Social Development in this matter, and that the agency has run out of a vital project in the Duda and the Merjok region, and that we ask the President to do more of this project in this area for the benefit of the youth, and that the agency is implementing several projects in the rest of the region. The Kuwaiti embassy in Djibouti celebrated last Wednesday evening at the Sheraton Hotel the 59th anniversary of National Day of his country, and the 29th anniversary of the liberation of the state of Kuwait. The Kuwaiti consular in Djibouti yesterday held a festivity reception at the Sheraton commemorating the 59th anniversary of his country's national holiday and the 29th anniversary of freedom of the state of Kuwait at the same time. The commemorative ceremony was honored by the presence of the Speaker of the National Assembly, Mr. Muhammad Ali Hamad, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, the Minister of Higher Education and Research, Nabil Muhammad, and parliamentarians, several high-ranking Djiboutian personalities, civil, military, and religious, many senior officials of the administration, and the representative of civil society, in addition to the Djiboutian and foreign businessmen. The entire diplomatic and consular community credit to Djibouti, including the diplomatic corps, the ambassador of Palestine to Djibouti, Mr. Kamil, and representative of international and regional organization also took part. This annual event was 11 by folk songs and dances. At the end of the occasion, the Kuwaiti ambassador, Mr. Yusuf Hussein, delivered a speech on this occasion in which he emphasized that the Kuwaiti-Djiboutian relations are witness a remarkable development in various fields thanks to the wise leadership of the two countries, which is Djibouti and Kuwait. For his part, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Mohammed Ali Yusuf, gave a speech at the reception, which he started by offering congratulations and blessing to Kuwait on the leadership, government, and people on the occasion of the country's celebrations of the 59th anniversary of National Day and 29th anniversary of freedom, praising at the same time the progress made by Kuwait in various files. The Minister of Women, and Family, in collaboration with the National Union of Djiboutian Women, organized a workshop on gender studies popularization on Thursday at the Sheraton Hotel. This workshop shared by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Women and Ministry of Family, Ms. Anissa Hassan Bahdon, the Vice President of UNFDA, Hasna Hamad Bilil, the representative of the UNDP in Djibouti, Ms. Fatima, saw the participation of all the gender focal points of the different sectorial ministries. During this workshop, two studies were present. First, female diplomat in Djibouti and women in uniform in Djibouti. The discussions were frank and fruitful. Participants were placed with the various presentations that include supporting figure. The workshop ended with the interactive debates in a good atmosphere and effort to achieve these objectives. In turns, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Women and Family Affairs, Ms. Nisa Hassan Badon, confirmed that the Ministry of Women and Family, in collaboration with its local and international partners, is working toward conducting studies on women to provide a general vision to advance the status of women in the field of public security. She noted that these steps will provide in the long run an opportunity to preserve issues related to the advancement of women's issues in the field of national defense and public security. The commander of Djiboutian Coast Guard, Colonel Issam Umar Bokore, and the representative of Japanese Agency for International Cooperation, known as JICA office, known yesterday, shared an occasion to conclude two training sessions on the enhancing the skills of a Djiboutian Coast Guard rapid intervention team. This and the exhaustions of the session, which lasted for 2 weeks. 20 members of the rapid intervention team of the Djiboutian Coast Guard were the first session focused on the technique of boarding ships and how they conduct a search operation at sea, while the second session convey the technique of arresting individuals at the sea. These steps fall within the framework of the faithful cooperation that exists between Djibouti and the Japan representative by its Agency for International Development, JICA, during which the courses gain experience and knowledge relate to maritime skills. At the end of the session, certificates of appreciations and certificate were concluded for all participants in these 2 weeks events. In a speech, the representative of the ICA office in Djibouti praised the fraternal relationship between the two friendly countries, which have a strong special relation between the two institutions, stressing JICA's determination to support the Djiboutian Coast Guard within the framework of the project to enhance the operational capacity of the Japanese and institution. He noted that they will work to a double joint work aim at the strengthening cooperation relation between Djibouti and Japan in general, and between Djibouti and the Japanese Agency for International Cooperation Office, known as JICA in particular. For his part, the Colonel Isa Omar, commander of Djiboutian Coast Guard, pointed out the importance of the two sessions, which aim to provide members of the rapid intervention team of Djiboutian Coast Guard the knowledge and the skills necessary to enable them to carry out the task assigned to them. He pointed out that the organization of this session reflects the existing cooperation relation between the Japanese Coast Guard and the Djiboutian Coast Guard, and he confirmed that the common desire to strengthen the existing relation between the two institutions, stating that the skills that trainees receive will enhance their experience in order to achieve the security and safety of the sea in Djibouti and secure the territorial waters of Djibouti. Moving on to the international scene, file sources said that a dozen of Turkish soldiers were killed in a raid targeting a military convoy in a Belian region near the city of Adlib countryside. Meanwhile, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has called for emergency security meeting to discuss a development in Adlib. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said that the airstrikes that took place today, Thursday, in the area between Adlib result in the killing of last 28 Turkish soldiers amid information about the death of other people as the result of those raids. Damascus, backed by the Russian airstrikes, is launching an attack to in Adlib, the last strongholds of the army opposition, and jihadist faction sparkling the crisis with Ankara. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.